What is up? I'm up. Anyways, what up, people? How are you? Hope your day's going amazingly, and if not, at least amusingly. Gotta make it some kind of way. Start with A. Oh, yeah. So today's a lovely day. There's no snow on the ground. There was, but it's all gone. And let's get right to it. I got a couple things I wanted to talk about. And I'll call them park adventures. Yeah. I went walking to the park, through the lovely park yesterday on a beautiful day. And part of my mind was saying, hey, I'm going this way, and then I'm going to make a right, and then I'm just da-da-da-da. You know, I have my little park paths that I walk, because I have little nooks that I'd like to sit in the park and smoke weed, or just read a book, or just sit and meditate, you know? So I was also take pictures. So I was taking pictures of this one area that I like to sit and relax at. But I can't get through it because it's like ice still. And I was like, that's fascinating. And, I was going to go to the right, and something was like, there's some guy just keeps standing there. He's in the far off distance, you know? So I'm standing there, and, I was like, oh, he hasn't moved. He hasn't moved. Well, I'll just keep taking pictures. Maybe he'll move. No, he didn't move. All right, whatever. So I was like, no, Ann, you're going to go right. Just go right. Okay? So I was like, all right. So I go right and toward his direction, you know? And I was like, that's odd. One, he didn't move. Two, I was like, what is he doing? Yep. I happened to observe the man making love to himself and touching himself artistically, ever so gently, you know, giving himself artistic strokes in nature. And I was like, well, okay, you know what? Can't be mad at you, bro. I'm not even tripping. You know why? One, love yourself. Always love yourself. You first, you know? Because if you don't love yourself, well, it's hard to love anyone else. And two, dude, it's a pandemic. Seriously, get out there and do what you do. He wasn't hurting anybody. In fact, he was giving a great deal of love, minding his own damn business. So I gave him the space. I didn't even go that way. I turned back around, went the other way. I was like, no, that's all you, man. You do your thing. I was going to watch, but, you know, that'd be awkward. So there was that. And as I had that on the brain and was processing and kind of giggling to myself, I was like, I had the opportunity, and I didn't do it because that would be rude. He was doing his thing. So anyway, I was leaving the park because I was, you know, headed that way to get back to my house, and there was a very handsome, beautiful man approaching me, braids in his hair, whole thing, just gorgeous, you know? And I had my mask on, and my glasses were kind of fogged or whatever, but I was bundled kind of nicely because it was a little chilly. And I smiled, you know? He was approaching me, and I was approaching him, so I smiled because that's what I do. I smile, I speak, you know? I'm a kind-hearted human. And what he said in return, I just smiled. I didn't say anything. And he looked at me, attitude. Okay. And I was like, what you looking at, bitch? I was like, I was just taken aback for a second, but I responded. I said, a beautiful human being is what I said. I turned around and said, beautiful human being, because he kept walking, you know, and then he turned around and was like, say something else. Say fucking something else. And I was like, you are still beautiful. And he kept walking. So I kept walking. And I thought to myself a few things, actually. Because I was like, where do you grow up where when someone smiles, it's offensive? You know, but also, in his defense, in a way, okay, I did have my mask on, so I don't know what my face looked like I was doing, you know? And then, of course, he asked me, what were you looking at? And I was responding, but he was walking away while I was responding, so of course he didn't hear what I said, but he just knew that I said something. And then he retorted to that in also a negative way, which was, again, for me, like, if you had only heard what I said, maybe you would have changed your tune or your tone. Or who knows? Maybe you got into a fight with your significant other before you left the house. Maybe you stubbed your toe on some furniture. Maybe a dog peed on your leg. I don't know what happened to you before you got to the park. You know? So I don't take that shit personal. I was just kind of like, oh, what? Dude, you're still beautiful. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Even though you don't have the most beautiful inside right now, we all have our moments, and that's okay. And another thought also hit me. I was like, you know what would have been interesting? I was like, if he had decided to be like, you know what, let's fight, then I'd have had to beat his ass in public, and no one wants that to happen on a lovely day in the park. So I'm glad that I wouldn't have beat him, because that's mean. I probably would have choked him out. Just to be honest, just a nice little choke, right on the and then you take an unexpected nap. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what happens. You get aggravated, and you talk shit, and then you get choked out, and you wake up feeling refreshed. Slight headache, but feeling refreshed. You know? Change happens in multiple ways. So, I don't know how anyone else would have handled it, but that's how I handled it. I kept walking. I called him a human being, a beautiful human being, and still a beautiful human being, because we all are beautiful human beings. And we all need that in our day, no matter how pissy our day is, and if you did get pissed on by a dog or stubbed your toe or whatever, fighting with your significant, whatever. You're still a beautiful human being. Please don't ever forget that. And however you choose to express that, express it for yourself first before you take it out of the house. That's just my own little take on that. But tell you, a walk through the park will get you many, 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 many adventures. And that was just one that I've had, and I had to share it. Because, seriously, how often do you see dudes just having, lovely artistic strokes lovingly in the park, or anywhere for that matter that you haven't paid for? Pornhub, that's one of my favorite things. I hate to put it out there, but it's true. Hey, you do your thing. I didn't want to watch at that moment because I don't want to disturb your groove and throw off your, let the force be with you. Whatever. But those are my experiences. That's just that I had to share with you. My mind doesn't work like everybody else's, and that's okay. That's fine. So, whatever adventure you have in your day, embrace the shit out of it. Have fun with it. And here's to all the February babies. Happy birthday! Be a Pisces or whatever else February is. And love yourself. Ooh. Do I have a story and a poem for you? I guess I do. Wait, hold it. I might have to edit this part out. Or we'll just stick with it as a team. Who knows? Just keeping it on the fly. Alright. I have some poems. I got to find the poems for you. I'm gonna have some poems, just one poem to share with you, and the story too. Ooh, cool. All right, twofer. I have a poem called Fulfillment. And I'm going to share it with you now. Yeah, we'll do the short story later. Switching it up. So, one moment, please. So, here's the poem. Wincing aside, swallow your pride and come to the table. It's so happy to tear. It's so happy my bad. I'll be editing that. It's so happy the tear that finds you here, if you are so willing and able. Oh, how I've missed the faces kissed, the hugs and laughter thereafter. My family and friends, may love and joy never end. And during this times of solitude, I'm going to do this again anyway. During this time of solitude, feel free to take an interlude on life. Slow down and smile. Sit and chat for a while. Bring fulfillment to your day in each and every way. Ta-da! That was written on January 31st, 2022, 11:38 in the evening, just 'cause. Yeah. Okay. I have to find a short story for you now. I will see if I can find... Okay, alright. This is a story I wrote on February 3rd. And here it is. What is life anyway? Erique thought to herself as she stared out the window of her grandfather's former bedroom. Take two. What is life anyway? Erique said to herself as she stared out the window of her grandfather's former bedroom. What do you mean? was the look her cat Andy gave her, cocking his purple striped head to the side, licking his purple polka-dotted paws. He trotted from the doorway and hopped onto the windowsill. He purred and rubbed against her arm. Eric, still staring outside, stroked Andy's fur. "Why do you feel weird?" She looked from the purple on her hand to the purple on the windowsill and her partially purple cat. Eric couldn't help but think of her Grandpa Eddie. He gave Andy to her just days before he departed. He knew she wasn't much of a cat person. "But you'll grow to love him," he told her. Here it is, 2 years later, and Andy was considered Eric's BFF by many, although Eric would never admit to such a thing. Eric sighed, snapping back to the moment. She cradled Andy and started down the hall when she noticed the purple footprints leading to the bathroom that Andy was not supposed to enter. She grabbed Andy's bathtub and turned on his bath time jams. "No treats till everything's clean, so I don't want to hear it when you get out, 'kay?" She looked at him in the eyes. "Meow," Andy agreed to the terms and conditions. He was about to get pampered royally. Treat be damned. And there's your story and your poem and, well, something to think about for your day. I appreciate all of you guys. I mean, I really do. I just need to also let you know that if you're in a funk, because we all get in funks once in a while, take a shower. And after you do that, honestly, when you take a shower and you're feeling in a funk and you're funky, it makes you feel better both ways. But yeah, if you're feeling in a funk, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. Do something outside your norm, like, I don't know, write with your other hand. Try to read a book upside down. Don't have to do the whole book. You strain your brain and give yourself a brain cramp immediately. What I'm saying is, maybe a paragraph or so, maybe even a sentence or so. Try doing something completely loopy and ridiculous that you haven't done in a while. You're not hurting anybody. You're just trying something different. Try learning a different language, Go for a walk outside. Maybe not to the same area that I went to in the park. I'm sure he's not still there. Or get by the water. Yeah, water is definitely serene, healing, helpful. So, kisses to all of you guys. Hugs, love, and a brilliant, beautiful day to you. I shall see you soon. I shall maybe not see you as much as talk to you soon. And do enjoy yourselves. I love you. Stay loved. Stay black. And enjoy your day.